So there's this story where John Ortberg was talking to his mentor, Dallas Willard. And in the midst of their conversation, Ortberg said to Willard, how or what do I need to do to ensure my own spiritual health? And after a long pause, Willard finally said to him, you must ruthlessly eliminate hurry from your life. Ruthlessly eliminate hurry from your life. That's why we're out here. I'm looking around and I'm seeing a lot of hurry going on. And you know, I hear things like what Dallas Willard said, and I recognize the extreme truth in that. You must ruthlessly eliminate hurry from your life. You must find ways to slow down. And I absolutely understand that, and I agree with it, but it feels so impossible. Especially when you're involved in your work life, in your family life, and everything that goes on. You've got things to do, places to be, people to see, and it is so hard to recognize the need to slow down. Dallas Willard felt like that was what was needed for spiritual health. So what do? How do we balance our need to do the things we feel we need to do in our life, but also be growing as Christians? How do we find a way to manage all that is happening in our life? You know, there is a story that I did a devotional on a couple months ago, and it was a story where at the beginning of Jesus' ministry, the disciples are looking for him. They're frantically looking for him because there are people that are looking for Jesus. They have needs that they're wanting, and they can't find Jesus anywhere. And the reason they can't find Jesus anywhere is because he got up early in the morning and he went off to a deserted place and prayed and spent time with God. And then he came back and he said, okay, now let's go to the next village. Let's go. It's time to get going. Jesus had a way of balancing what he needed to do, but also found space in his life to slow down when that was needed. And you know what? I think perhaps that's a lesson that I have to learn. You know, I just finished this sabbatical, and it was a time where I got to spend in places that I had never been before and experience things that I had never experienced before. And there was a sense of hurry, but there was also a sense of being able to step back from my normal life of hurry and rest. And I had those moments of rest. And it's great to have those moments of rest. But life keeps pushing. And so how do I find that balance now? How do we find that balance when we return back to the routine? You know, the psalmists oftentimes offer us just phrases or ideas, ways that we can embrace this life that is spiritually fulfilling. I found this psalm a while back, and it says this at the beginning, Psalm 62, verses 1 and 2, it says, "For God alone my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall never be shaken." Later on it says, "He alone is my rock and my salvation. My fortress shall not be forsaken. On God rests my deliverance and my honor. My mighty rock, my refuge is in God." You know, I think that's a part of it, is recognizing that our foundation isn't our job. It's not even our family. Our foundation is God, who is our rock. And in the midst of our hurry and everything else that we're trying to accomplish, all the things we're trying to do in our life, if we don't find a way to have that foundation being the presence of God in our life, then the hurry is what's going to define us. Because every other foundation is more demanding. God simply wants us to find our rest in him. Each of us, perhaps this summer, need to find a way to find a rest in our God. That needs to be our foundation. That needs to be our hope. I know it's challenging, But until we find that, perhaps we won't be able to experience that spiritual growth we so desperately need. Ruthlessly eliminate hurry from your life. Find that foundation of the rock of God.